guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. And as the Dragon here, and you're watching Kimanetsu. And let's rumble. Alright, as you guys know, I'm doing the Archon Quest. Sorry, Story Quest. It's been a habit saying Archon Quest. Okay, on the top and the bottom. Okay, so we just need to go talk to turn out. Whoa, just a minute. I would have been a pancake. So yeah, I'm gonna do a part videos. So
quit following me.
I kind of forgot to do the outro.
Did something happen?
My mind is not in the right place, and before getting any further, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. And don't forget to hit that bell icon and let's make my subscriber to 50. Cause then I'll do live. Okay, that will be easy. Cause then doing the video itself.
He's the most famous perfumer in the region. Someone who's helped countless people around Port Ormos. How could this happen?
Alright.
Have you received any reports of a suspicious individual fleeing through the bazaar?
No, but we've got eyes all over the area. I'm sure someone's seen Kiria. I'll start gathering my forces. We won't let him get away.
What about you, Tainari? Do you have a plan?
I'm sure the sheriff can handle things over at the scene, and I doubt Emilie needs my help looking after Mr. Edgar.
But she said she's not a real doctor.
Then she was far too modest. She may not be a doctor by trade, but she has a deeper understanding of human anatomy and pharmacology than most scholars from the Amurta Darshan. Not to mention the fact that Mr. Edgar's condition is related to perfume. Emilie is certainly in the best position to help him.
Yeah.
As for me, I'll head to the academia and see what I can learn about Vijava and Kiria.
Vijava.
Oh,
Java.
Right. Vijava was supposed to be a scholar from Sumeru. Do you recognize the name?
From Emilie's letter, certainly, but that was the first time I'd heard of it. The academia produces a lot of scholars, and there are plenty of graduates who choose to pursue a career outside their darshan. I didn't have time to look into it earlier, but now it seems like Vijava's past could be critical to getting to the bottom of what happened to Mr. Edgar.
Okay.
I have friends in Sumeru City that can help me investigate. With any luck, we'll have news to share by tomorrow. I'll leave you and Emilie to watch over things here in Port Ormos.
Okay. So, hey. The quest name is now Middle Note. Blood Dew. Weight 7 and... Yeah. Okay. Let me show you my wanderers now. Okay. Okay, 1700 HP.
Relax.
Attack 1800 attack and 800 something defense. Elemental mastery is 0. Okay, maybe I should really focus on elemental mastery as well. Okay, crit rate is 70% and crit damage is 164%. 2%. For being silver, then energy recharge is 160%. Animal damage is like 61%. Is because of that. Okay. It has amino bonus. Pretty stupid if you. Okay. This has a cryo bonus. And this has an amino bonus, which is a freaking set for ice. And okay. So far, so good. Crit rate and crit damage is really good on it. Good. Let's do the quest. Okay, and just need to do Again, I kind of forgot it. A lot of things I do forget time to time. Alright, pal, let's not forget.
Well, it's been a day. Wonder if Tainari's discovered anything. But things weren't looking good with Emilie's master yesterday. We should check on things at the hotel first.
Okay. That's okay. Oh. It goes there, but okay.
Emily!
No longer my chemical analysis of a goose also went smoothly, although it certainly raised some questions. I was able to identify the components that give the substance its fragrance, but I also noticed an abnormal trace of elemental energy in the sample.
Elemental energy?
Hard to say. It was such a minute amount, proportionally speaking, like mixing a single drop of perfume into the ocean. I had to use one of the newest tests developed in recent years to even detect the traces present in the sample. Unless you were abnormally sensitive to elemental energy, I doubt it would have any effect, even if you use the product every day for 10 years. As for whether Master's condition was caused by the elemental energy present in the sample or some other component of the perfume,
My fingers
it's
are
still too early
really
to say.
rad.
Oh, that reminds Paimon. Did Tainari come and find you? Maybe we could ask him to take a look.
I received a message from him last night, but I haven't heard anything since. The message said he was looking into some information at the
Okay,
academia.
her voice is literally.
I thought he might have stopped by to
Who
see us
voiced her?
first. Excuse me? Is Miss Emilie here? Oh, perfect!
Call it.
Familiar faces! Traveler, Paimon!
Kale. Ah, of course. Tainari's apprentice. He's mentioned you many times. And please, no need for formalities.
Oh, okay. Did Tainari send you here, Kale? Yep.
Oh.
Master and the others went through decades worth of records last night, and still haven't had a chance to rest. I'm fast on my feet, so it only made sense for me to come and give you an update. Anyway, based on what they've reviewed so far, they believe there's no indication that a researcher by the name of Vijava ever passed through the academia. Master considered that possibility as well, but the name wasn't the only dead end. Master, how is that possible?
It's starting to seem very likely. If we want...
Hey! Lucian!
It's Sylvain! Wait, you don't think Curio came back?
That seems impossible. If someone came in or out of the hotel just now...
Okay. Let's go! Let's go! Okay. Okay, double rooms? Okay, let's... Lucian's! Lucian is the one, isn't it?
It's locked?
Okay, so... I'll break it. BAM! Okay, with the bang, I'll break into the room. Okay. Bam! 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 How was that?
Lucian! Come on! Emilie, my brother, he's gonna be okay, right?
I'm sorry, Mr. Sylvain.
No, that's not.
Traveler, Kale, Mr. Sylvain has gone through a huge shock. He needs some space to calm down.
Of course. Leave it to me.
I'll notify the sheriff.
Mr. Sylvain, we'll take things from here. Just focus on getting some rest. Here, this...
Okay.
Poor guy. He's like a He may have made some bad decisions in life, but right now, Paimon can't...
Good person or bad, the death of a loved one is equally painful. All the moments he shared with his brother, every hardship and
If Kiria really was behind this, then what exactly did he do to Lucien?
Lucien can no longer speak, but the traces left behind by his death... Traveler, I've got things covered here at the scene.
Who would have thought? Yesterday's case. Miss Emilie, I heard you're in a...
Oh, I'm not actually a forensic doc. I did take a look, though. Judging by the temperature and rigidity of...
Then, would you mind...
Of course, I appreciate your...
We'll help.
Bloody hell, we are in a crime scene. Don't exit the door. Okay.
And the windows are shut tight too. Seems like the only way to get in would have been...
Okay. Hey! Don't put a leg on investigation. Okay, Okay, leggings. Do I have to search the dead body? Okay. Cabinet. Okay. Okay.
Well, looks like
Oh,
we
God.
investigated as much as we can. Let's go report back to Emilie and Shiam.
It's freaking me out.
So, did you find anything?
Paimon can show you. Here, it'd be something like this.
But, entering through the room next...
No, his reaction to the loss of his brother seemed genuine.
Then, what could have happened last night?
I agree.
Okay. It cannot be, like... Do I want to examine a dead body? Hell no! Especially with the cold. Hell to the no.
Mr. Sylvain, I need you to tell me everything you and your brother did since yesterday afternoon. Did you see or hear anything strange?
After Kiria attacked Edgar, my brother and I were... We returned to our rooms and decided to lock all the doors leading to the hallway. The only door we kept unlocked was the one connecting our rooms. That way, if we heard... But I didn't hear any sort of commotion last night. Not a single noise!
So, no movement from the room next door. No signs of a struggle at this...
I did notice a few things about the body. Lucien's pupils were dilated, and his skin was flat. There weren't any traces of liquid in his mouth or nose, so it's unlikely he was...
A goose? No, that's not possible. Inhaling a goose won't kill you. And anyway, it would have been for just... No. Emilie, you ran your tests, didn't you?
No, I didn't find it.
Huh, see?
That may be true for most people, but...
Master!
Edgar?
Thanks to Emilie. Sylvain, no matter how hard you may try to hide it, and even if we could keep it a secret for another 10 or 20 years, do you think Kyria would just let us be? No, he would never give up. Not if he's doing all of this for Yelena. That's Vijava's real name. Yelena wasn't a scholar from Sumeru. She was an exiled Fatus from Snezhnaya.
A Fatus?
The Fatui. Well, that means the elemental energy present in Auguste.
Ah, so you've already detected it.
Oh,
The Auguste flower was created with the mutative and distorting power of a delusion.
A delusion?
The Fatui, delusions. I never would have thought Auguste was hiding this many secrets.
Born of a delusion, Auguste contained distorted elemental energy. A prolonged exposure over many years could have a harmful effect on the body.
that's enough, Edgar. At first, Yelena wanted to keep refining the perfume and the flower. But no one knew how long the perfume mania. It didn't have any effect on ordinary people anyway. Every day we postponed going to market was another day of...
So you decided poisoning people was worth the...
Listen, it's not like it was good for business. But all that talk about Auguste being harmful over time, Yelena was just speculating. The impact was practically negligible. Unless you were particularly sensitive to elemental energy or had an entire bottle shoved down your throat like Edgar.
It may be true there are no records of Auguste poison, but even if no one was acutely poisoned, willfully bringing a product to market this... That explains why you were so intent on keeping Yelena and Kyria's involvement a secret all this time. The Fatui, delusions...
Ha! If I'd known coming to Sumeru would put a top... All these years without any sign of Kyria, and he pops up out of nowhere the minute my brother and I get out of prison? It couldn't be any clearer who the kid's after. Auguste was harmless before. The fact that it's killing people all of a sudden...
So there's bad blood between you.
What about Yelena's death? Was that a cover-up too?
I'll admit, we thought about it at one point. We took care to disguise the product circulating on the market, and no one was questioning Yelena's fake ID. But if the Mara Chaussee Phantom decided to look into the flower beds, it would have been the end. Yelena's ties to the Fatui, the role of the delusion, everything would have been exposed. Before we could even put our plan in motion, Yelena beat us to it. She burned all her flower beds.
But if her goal was to destroy evidence, yeah, she could have just burned...
I thought about it for a long time. Everything she did. One of the reasons they defected from the Fatui was the deterioration of Yelena's body due to her excessive use of a delusion. She didn't want her brother to follow in her footsteps. After arriving in Fontaine, Yelena continued using the delusion to cultivate the Auguste flower, weakening her body.
So she couldn't flee with her brother because she was afraid of
If her true identity was exposed, the Auguste flower and Yelena's own corroded body both bore the mark of the So, in the end...
So the wealth you earned from Auguste, it wasn't destroyed in the fire. Yelena gave it to her brother?
Most likely. Before Yelena died, she said if anything happened to her, she was going to leave everything to her brother. We just didn't realize she meant our cut as well. That's why Lucien and I were searching for Kyria, to take back our Mora and the Auguste flower. We just didn't realize Kyria was baiting us the whole time.
But why is Kyria out for revenge anyway?
I don't think he knew his sister was near. Yelena always wore heavy makeup around him. to conceal her deteriorating appearance.
Then all we'll need to do is tell Kiria what— I'm not so sure. Even if he knew the truth, he'd still find someone to blame. He might think Yelena was forced into using a delusion to cultivate a ghost. Or something like that. It's hard to pull yourself out of that kind of hatred.
Very true. Even if Yelena's death was...
Edgar!
Think about it, Sylvain. If we hadn't been in such a hurry to capitalize on the perfume mania all those years ago, do you think Yelena would have elected to take those risks? If we hadn't been so blinded by greed, if we hadn't invited the Marechaussee Phantom to our doorstep by breaking the law at every turn, Yelena could have so...
She knew her limits. She knew her days. We were just trying to earn a bit of more. Lucien's crime. Was it really so extreme that he had to pay?
The only person that can answer that question is...
Fine.
3 people from Fontaine, 1 from Snezhnaya, and a crime committed in Port Ormos. Well, we can only wait until the Academia sends someone to deal with it. I'm guessing we'll have to contact Fontaine as well. In any case, with the exhibition, we don't even have space in Port Ormos to detain anyone.
The hotel could suffice. You could station a few, although with Sylvain's mental state and...
Mr. Edgar, are you saying...
If Sylvain is to stand trial, then I deserve the same fate. A crime is a crime accomplished. I'd just like to take care of a few things before I go. As for Sylvain, I'm sure he also has some goodbye. Would you be willing to grant that request?
Well, all right. I'll talk to the Academia. No matter who you were in Fontaine or what crimes you committed, the man we grew to know in Sumeru proved himself to be a good person.
You have my thanks, Sheriff.
Happen tonight? Oh, you mean the possibility that Kiria might try to finish...
Yeah! All we know is that he uses a goose to poison people. But we still have no idea if he targets
That may be true. But what if we take advantage of this situation?
Master, no. That's...
If Kiria learns we're being taken away to... In other words, you want to...
Capture? Not necessarily. I just want...
Afraid? I'm spending the rest of... As for the Danes...
I'll admit, it could work.
Okay.
I'll station some of my men around the
Okay,
hotel.
I haven't been
If we had your
for a
assistance as
while.
well, our chance of success would be even higher.
Okay.
I still have some
I just want to
reservations. But if you
punch
insist
that
on carrying
scumbag.
out this plan, I won't deny you my help.
Good.
I'll
Okay.
keep watch.
How long this
Although,
chapter
I
is?
think Sylvain and if Kiria noticed another...
You mean if he doesn't see a way to get his hands on the two of you?
If that were to happen, everyone's standing guard. Even the innocents.
That's why everyone else needs to keep to the shadows.
You're still recovering. You need to rest.
All right, we can figure out a plan to keep...
Okay. So, how the hell do you think? I still do not know. And wow, God. Oh my God. That's a long chapter. One of the very...
Mr. Edgar's been detained. He's being taken away tomorrow.
What? He's the one who helped craft all the...
He taught my child how to make perfume. How
He hasn't been convicted yet. Let's just wait and see what the court has to say.
Oh, everyone on the street is talking about... Let's head back to the hotel and take a break.
Okay. Before I...
Behold!
I do love the music. Oh, oh. Yeah, really need to change it. Okay, I wonder what. I never looked for, you know. Okay, crit rate is 7.7%. God, I really should have looked. Energy recharge is good. Hydro bonus is good. Okay.
Time to act.
Okay, so bang, 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 bang.
Chef Xian wants to talk.
Thank you, Kale. But first, here, I prepared a kind of herbal tea that helps calm the spirit. Why don't you have some?
Oh,
Oh, it's...
was
You seem very preoccupied with Kiria's revenge. If there's anything you want to talk...
Do you know who it is?
Hey, Emily, Kale. Oh, are we in? No, not at all. This will be easier to
Okay,
concentrate
you
with you here anyway. There was just a single door separating them. If his intention was to target both brothers, then there was barely anything standing in his. When I accompanied Sylvain to his room after Lucien died, maybe Kiria did that on purpose. Maybe he wanted Sylvain to experience the pain of losing a loved one before he completed his.
So did he attack Edgar as a warning then? To scare Sylvain?
Based on what we've heard about Kiria, that...
Losing his sister all those years ago. Whenever I get to thinking like that, I just can't. I'm sorry. I know I shouldn't think like.
There's nothing wrong with the way you're feeling. Empathy is a part of human nature. In all my years of cleaning up crime scenes, some of them even tried to surround yourself with fragrance for two. So while you do, Sylvain and Lucien really deserve to die. How much did they truly know about the Fatui and the delusion? Did they force Yelena to make those decisions? Answering those questions requires a lot of time and evidence, while a single act of vengeance can put those answers forever out of our... I've witnessed a lot of deaths in Fontaine. When someone dies, but generally speaking, death will just leave most questions unanswered.
Once you're consumed by hatred, it will become next to impossible to think about things that way.
You're right. The fact that we can approach these questions from this perspective isn't because we're more rational than them. It's because we're fortunate enough not to have suffered that kind of loss. But that also makes us perfectly positioned to stand on the outside and try to pull them back from the brink before it's too late. I understand Kiria's decision, but I still want to stop him. Master, Sylvain, and Kiria. They all deserve to survive.
The fortunate and the unfortunate.
Okay, 4, 3. Okay, I need a lot of intertwined wishes. And a lot of few times.
Emily,
I just 5 days
traveler.
left and.
Edgar.
Oh, it's you two! Didn't you head back to your room to rest, Edgar? Is it really okay?
Besides, I don't have much time left in Sumeru.
We could do that for you, Matt.
No need. I would imagine Sheriff Shot.
That's right. I've stationed some... Exactly. After some discussion, and Emily's expertise is sure to come in handy in a pinch.
Sounds perfect.
Can you guys see this bubbles? Okay, now you need to rest, huh? Spider-Man, Spider-Man, friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. Okay, it's been a while.
Huh. Not a peep. Has Kiria given up on his revenge?
Okay, time pauses.
Still nothing unusual. Paimon took a peek into the room next door and Sylvain's already sleeping.
Perhaps Kiria's true motive was simply forcing Sylvain to confess his crimes. No, that can't be right. If all he wanted was for Sylvain to be convicted, there must be something we're missing.
Maybe we just need to calm down a little. How about some tea? That herbal blend from earlier was... You're right. Maybe we can look for a different distraction then, like... Oh, there's a glaze lily here. Paimon didn't notice it earlier.
Flowers. Oh no! Sylvain's room! Quick!
Oh!
Wait, what?
Now I get it! Oh! He did not go into the room.
Hey, did you hear?
It was the older of the Merchant brothers, right?
Yeah, I think his name was Sylvain.
First it was Mr. Edgar, then that merchant.
Listen up, everyone. This is an act of crime.
It's been 3 days and they haven't even caught a glimpse.
Do you think it could be the work of an... I mean, how...
Keep it moving, everyone. No lo-
Okay, another crime scene, another dead guy, and another... And bam bam! Okay, I really need to stop that for a moment.
I suppose.
Alright, partner.
You don't know
We're
that.
here.
Curia already attacked you once, and you survived. Perhaps,
You were the only...
even if I wasn't there, Tainari was also in the vicinity.
Is that so? I suppose I have exceptional, but Kyria has nothing. Yelena is gone. It really makes you wonder if there's even...
If you really want an answer, I suppose you'll have to ask Curia himself, once we find the cat.
Well, Emilie... But so many flowers were transported here for the show. Whether Kyria gets... I know it's a lot.
Of course,
Really. Now I truly...
Sheriff Sean still has some questions for me, so I've gotta go.
Okay,
Best
let's do
not
this.
to keep him waiting.
okay, how much while does it take?
I'm sorry, Master.
Okay, what the?
Paimon sure hopes Emily's plan will go well.
Wait!
But Collie
It's
still
been a
looks
while.
quite worried. Let's go talk to her.
It's been a while. Maybe I should really update this. Oh. Okay. Let's finish this.
Back. Yeah, that's
Traveler, I had my men start spreading the information you requested. After listening to be honest, I'm...
the key clue was right in front of us. Let's go. We'll show you where the...
Okay. Point out the Augustus.
I only have a...
So...
I only have a...
So...
Oh, flowers.
This is it!
The glazed lily, huh? I think I've heard of it before.
Well, did you know? it only blooms at night.
Emilie, you're back!
Exactly as
A flower that only blooms at night.
Exactly. Although the Neopala lotus wouldn't be a good substitute in this scenario. When it's closed, the gaps between the petals are too large. That's why Kyria chose the glaze lily as his mechanism. He would start by preparing an agouti sample.
If applied to the outside, you would still be able to smell a goose. If poured into the flower pot, the liquid would seep into the soil. That might prevent the substance from taking effect. There's a sticky substance on the edge of the flower petals. It's one... If you stick the petals...
That's right! He applied a diluted form of slime condensate to the petals to stick them together and enclosed a sample of agouti in the center. That way, the agouti would remain trapped inside during the daytime. However, the diluted slime condensate wouldn't be viscous enough to prevent the petals of the glaze lily from opening at night. So by nightfall, the flower would bloom, thereby forcing the target to inhale the agouti trapped inside.
And Kyria could execute his revenge without having to step foot in...
By the next morning, the sample...
Wait a second. You're telling me this version of a goose is so toxic, inhaling the minute amount trapped inside a flower is enough to kill a grown man? And how did Edgar even survive ingesting a whole bottle?
That's because agouti is just as dangerous now as it was all those years ago. The level of toxicity has never changed. Only a small subset of people...
Ah, you mean people who are sensitive to elemental energy. So it's just some sort of... That can't be right.
I wouldn't use the word allergic necessarily. You can think of it this way. It's not that Sylvain and Lucien are innately sensitive to elemental energy.
Okay.
The incense I smelled earlier seemed familiar. In Sumeru, In Sumeru, scholars use spirit borneal to aid...
Alchemically produced essential oils, the primordial sea...
That stuff gave us a lot of trouble when we first came to Sumeru.
Ah, yes. I definitely...
In Sumeru, it's not uncommon to use incense in...
Flowers are pretty important to this plant.
Actually, it's not a coincidence at all.
No wonder he was willing to pay a small fortune to rent out the hotel.
He probably used the mora Yelena left him, don't you think? That money was supposed... But in the end, it was just a tool for...
There's a saying among forensic doctors in Fontaine. Every step you take, but up until this... But because he's been disguised as...
Creating such an intricate mechanism out of a glaze lily. Setting up the spirit borneal in advance. And it all points to one person. Kyria and Edgar.
But Kyria was only in his teens back then. Edgar's lived here for...
Bad news, Sheriff! Mr. Edgar was attacked!
What?
A dark shadow-like figure just ran out of his room. It was giving off a... But before we could even react, the figure up and disappeared like some sort of ghost or something. Do you think Kyria kidnapped him?
I need you to think very carefully about this. Are you certain that
I mean, Mr. Edgar was so frail. I don't...
It would seem Master decided to tap into an ill-advised source of...
What? But that's so dangerous.
But...
No. If his aim was to target everyone who had a...
If he lives so...
Then... there...
Okay, I'm gonna do this full on. Okay?
The shadow-like figure ran in the direction of the elevator.
We should hurry, before they're forced to confront each other.
Where in the world did he go? Let's ask the merchants nearby.
Okay. Come on, tell me fast,
Please, calm down and take a deep breath.
Don't you need to talk?
I saw... How could...
This is terrifying. Too slow.
Come on, come on, come on, come on.
It's all right. I can. It's this way. Please follow me.
Let's do this. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go.
Quit following me.
Oh, this way. So. Oh, come on. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on.
The scent is getting stronger. This must be.
Let's do this. Let's do this. Let's do this. Let's do this. Okay. For this one, I'm gonna replace certain persons.
May knowledge guide you.
Okay. What? It's been a while. I haven't played Farina in a gameplay. So let's do this.
Are you all right? Were you attacked?
No.
Let me take a look.
The air definitely feels heavy. It smells nice, but for some reason, this feels...
Everything looks all right. It was probably just the stress of the chase, combined with the impact of the environment.
I can't rest. Mr. Edgar is still in there. He's a good man.
Oz, you need to calm down and listen to me. Edgar is the one we're after. He and Kiria are the same person.
But how is that possible? Mr. Edgar is 70-something. Changing your appearance to look
That's precisely why he had to resort to extraordinary measures to age himself. Kiria used a delusion to bring back the Auguste flower, corroding his body in the process.
No. He couldn't have. Mr.
And what if the impersonation started before he ever said... I've yet to confirm it, but I suspect Kiria killed the real Edgar in Fontaine not long after his release from prison. While Edgar was incarcerated, Kiria started making preparations to replace him. The new Edgar then decided to relocate to Sumeru, seemingly out of an innocuous desire to let go of the past. He even left perfume making in favor of mentoring students. But these decisions were all for a specific purpose. The need to... And Sumeru fit the bill to a T. With no one... As the years went by, he removed his disguise little by little and continued to refine his skills. It would have been a gradual...
That explains why Sylvain said he barely recognized Edgar back at the hotel! He aged himself decades beyond his years just so he could accomplish his revenge! Is that even worth it?
I need to find Mr. Edgar. He's not that...
What you really need...
No,
Wait! This environment is likely being influenced by the delusion. Any discomfort... I know how to relieve your symptoms, Mr. Ooze. I'm sure Kiria... No, Edgar wouldn't want any more innocent people.
Kale's right. The Traveler and I will take things from here. From our brief exposure to a goose, it would seem the substance has... This leads me to believe those blessed with a vision or capable of wielding elemental power are more resistant to the effects of... Actually, now that I think about it, this stronghold likely has multiple points of entry. I hate to trouble...
Okay, let's do this.
Hear that?
Traveler, for someone who's old...
Don't worry. This isn't the... We're not going...
Okay, let's do this. Let's do this. Oh yeah, that's why I picked Farina. Okay, quick. How do people, make the balance? When I try to upgrade my artifacts, it doesn't work very much.
Monsters? Perhaps they were attracted here by the increased level of elemental energy.
Extract! Strike a pose!
Let's go!
Retribution!
I've never seen these seeds before. They must also have been created with the power of a delusion. It seems to be avoiding us, and there's no other way forward. Perhaps we could try luring it to the edge of the cliff.
Oh! Oh, for a second I thought I was done! Okay, we got a chef. Not so much, but good. We need a final gems we can get.
Whoa, look at all the acoustic. There are so many of them.
I fear that statement is truer than you know, Paimon. Using a delusion comes at a cost. Not just time, but the time you...
But why would Kiria need this? He only needed a few bottles of acoustic.
Perhaps hatred wasn't the only emotion fueling his obsession. Not long ago, he told me he didn't want all the flowers transported to Sumeru to wither away in a foreign land. But Kiria betrayed Snezhnaya, abandoned Fontaine, and lived his entire life in Sumeru under the guise of someone else. For someone with nowhere to call home, perhaps dying among a bed of Agus flowers just like his sister is the best homecoming he could ask for.
But that is just sad. That's really just sad.
Too slow. Quit following me.
Witness the power of Gugwa! This'll brighten up the place.
Come on. Okay. Oh, come on. No. Go. Go. Okay.
A plant that destroys seeds. Huh. Quite the ecological marvel. Let's head back to the place where the seeds first appeared.
Okay, so not so easy, I guess. Okay. Okay, I do not know how we do this. That's gonna take a while, and ate my head for a while. Oh, come on. Okay, how about him? Okay, come on, that's gonna be...
No, my sword!
Okay, let's... Again, do this. Come on, seriously? Oh, no, come on. I've almost figured it out.
Rain outlines your fate. Time to act. Time to act.
No, come on. Otherwise, I need to literally push. And for now, it doesn't. Okay, wait. If I can destroy the freaking thing, then what?
Body and mind.
What if I can destroy it? Okay, let's just...
Too slow.
Okay, how about just for try?
The wind rises.
Okay, Okay, that's gonna take quite a while. You know what, I'm gonna edit this part out. I'm gonna be stuck here for a while now. Okay, now I'm... Okay. Whew. Oh, finally. Whew. Oh no! Come on! I've been saving that for our last battle. Aww.
The scent of flowers is getting stronger. We're almost at the end.
Okay.
The scent of flowers is getting stronger.
Did they catch up that... No. My strength is just waning. But it doesn't matter.
This is a garden of Auguste flowers. But it's not mine. It's the one that was set on fire all the... Yelena? Yelena! You tried to hide it from me, but the reason why you continued to use the delusion, the reason why you set your garden, I shouldn't have listened to you that day. I shouldn't have taken the Mora and ran. But by the time I realized something wasn't right, there was nothing left. I know I'm almost 20 years too late. I should have come look. I should have died with you that day.
Okay.
Yelena? Yelena! No!
Okay.
Leave me! Yelena!
Okay, there. Okay.
Emilie? I'm alive. No.
That was an illusion, likely brought about by the residual toxin in your body coupled with the pollen in the air, neither of which are fatal.
No. The amount of Auguste I drank, it should have been enough. A fake.
We started making the preparations last night with one goal in mind: to create a perfect accord. The accord is the basis of perfume making,
the product in its most primitive form. Ambergris mixed with cedar wood, rounded out with a base note of agar wood.
This is the scent of leather?
Exactly. We're unable to extract essential oils from leather, but by combining other raw materials, we can recreate its essence. That is the purpose of an accord.
Does that mean you can recreate any scent in the whole world?
I'm afraid not. Certain fragrances in this world are simply one of a kind. That quality is what draws people in and fuels their obsessions.
If I wear a goose to the ball, I'll also be one of a kind.
Our competitor already got their hands on it.
It doesn't matter how much it costs. I have to buy something better.
This fragrance will be one of a kind, no more. Myths can be deconstructed, miracles can be recreated. All it takes is skill, experience, limitless
Okay, the music is
and a little
awesome.
patience. The only thing left is determining where the real Auguste is hidden. Pretending to be attacked means he's not free to move around. Auguste must be hidden within reach.
Paimon took a peek through the window earlier and his house was packed with flowers.
The curator commissioned a flower pot from Kasharawar, capable of retaining heat and moisture.
Perfumes are as beautiful as flowers, and equally as delicate. When stored, you must take care to control the temperature and keep them away from direct sunlight. Did you get all that, Emilie?
I got it.
Did you hear? Someone was attacked again last night.
So, Sylvain is dead. Is that right?
That is perfect revenge.
Yes, Master.
So, you switched the bottles of Auguste and then lied to me.
Convincing you that your revenge had been completed was the easiest way to get you to let down your...
Impossible. Even if you found a way to switch out the bottles. If Auguste was so easy to replicate.
It was a combination of rainbow roses, glaze lilies, and Cecilias. Those ingredients would have conflicted with each other if you tried to combine them in the past. But recently, we found a way for them to work together.
Rainbow roses?
Auguste was created over 10 years ago. All this time, people never stopped analyzing it, never stopped trying to recreate. Perfumery techniques are advancing day by day. We've found better ways to extract essential oils, separate oils and fats. We even discovered new ways to combine fragrances together. The mythos surrounding Auguste may have been untouchable almost 20 years ago, but now it's time for it to become a thing of the past.
The past?
You've been working as a perfumer for all these years. You should have always known that it is possible to make an accord, even if only in theory. But the meaning you assigned to Auguste became so inflated, you allowed yourself to get lost in it, just like the perfume mania that captivated the public all those years ago. You believed in its divinity and grandeur. You believed it was entirely one of... Your obsession with Auguste is also what allowed us to predict how you intended your plan to end.
We just didn't expect it to happen so fast.
Well, you hit the nail on. So, since you've been preparing your accord since last night, I assume that means the news of Sylvain's death.
Yes. If we hadn't, you might have resorted to the delusion out of desperation, or continued to use your Spirit Borneal and Auguste combination to wreak havoc.
Who knows?
I know if you had things your way, you would carry the... Sylvain only inhaled a small amount of poison. All the crimes he concealed back then will be exposed in a court of law for everyone to see.
Is that so? Well...
Whoa, he accepted that kind of fast.
I don't feel the need to justify I did what I said.
Careful, everyone.
Stick close.
Looks like...
Of course, Master.
The combination you used to make...
The scent of Auguste is complex and varied, yet the main ingredient consists of a single variety of flower. So, as I was analyzing the sample yesterday, I got to thinking, what if the scent of the Auguste flower was already imbued with that complexity during its cultivation?
You're saying Yelena designed Auguste to have the scent of multiple flowers?
Rainbow roses, glaze lilies. But if you cultivate a new flower species that intrinsically carries the unique features of those three scents...
Rainbow roses, glaze lilies, Yelena.
Okay. Okay. Took an 1 hour and a half to complete this quest. Huh. And my back is... Oh my god, my back. Wait, we're in Fontaine? How we're in Fontaine now? And let's just Farina or
Did you
relax.
know? Miss Emilie's releasing a new perfume. Right, I heard about that. I think it's called Yelena.
Oh, that is quite a sweet.
Seems like everyone in Fontaine is talking about the new perfume.
I was hoping to release it without such a fuss, but the news spread way faster than I expected. I just hope it won't become the source of some new myth, especially after all the work we did to demystify Auguste. I did, although I made a few modifications to the formula to make the scent more pleasant and long-lasting. I actually brought a few samples with me today. I was hoping you could try out the fragrance before I officially release it and tell me your thoughts.
Of course! A good scent.
Alright.
Now I feel
All
bad I
feedback is
didn't
worth
try for
considering.
her. I was trying to use.
Besides,
Oh my
when it comes
god,
to
that took
perfume,
a lot.
commenting on whether it
It
smells
made
good
it
is the most straightforward
like
assessment you can ask
near
for. There
C5.
doesn't always have to be a deep
Was it
meaning.
C5 or C4? I'll check that out.
Do those flowers have
If I had to guess...
a language of flowers? Oh, we've heard of that before.
What each flower is... After returning to Fontaine, I did some research. And it turns out the meanings of those 3 flowers can be... Forget the past and keep on living. Perhaps that's the legacy Yelena always intended. Not the nobility and grandeur most people associate with the goose.
Do you think Kiria knew about that?
Okay.
I paid him a visit before his trial and explained what I found. Who knows? Maybe she didn't mean anything by it at all. That was his response. Yelena is gone. We'll never know what she was thinking. We can look for meaning all we want, even if that is what she was trying to say. I would never be able to forget her. Avenging her death? That was the meaning Kiria cultivated his revenge like a flower. He was committed to making it bloom, even if in the end, it didn't bear the fruit. In any case, he did want me to pass along his thanks. Thank you for saving my life. For giving me love and hatred are a privilege of the living.
Yeah, okay.
When someone dies, but even if it's only a conjecture, the meaning we give to flowers, and yet at the very outset, they're born from the simple...
Okay, so wait, we get a wait, can we use that? Okay, well maybe later. But before, alright guys, thank you for watching my video so far. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my YouTube channel.